It's for the moments when sometimes you do gotta talk about the past. I remember the other day, was showing some old clips about old cop watchers like Eric Brand, and, like Jack Miller and Granite State Transparency and Nasty Nasty No and Fruit Potato and Tom Zebra and Laura Shark and a few others. But he was really highlighting about the days when the big headwaves in the audit community back in 1819 was Olmus Park, Morro Bay, and especially Leon Valley. Because you know what, the biggest stink in Leon Valley was crooked ass chief in there, Joseph Savaggio. The reason why I'm bringing it up because there's been a lot of auditors getting arrested up there. I'll bring it up at a time too. Savaggio proclaimed this fake news conference, and I'm getting more into details why this all went down. So yeah, he went up there and he made this big stink. He basically cartfished a lot of people coming, thinking for a news press conference. Why I say he cartfished? Well, let's see here. A lot of auditors showed up there, thinking they're going to record a once-in-a-lifetime news conference. What's going on in his police department? What is going on with his fellow officers? There were a lot of auditors up there, and there were supporters and witnesses there. So Savaggio goes up there and says, basically, everybody's recording. I don't know if there's any news station up there. I don't know. There's no confirmation about that. But a lot of people were there at the time, having cameras. They're holding the phone, recording stuff like that. And a lot of supporters up there. He says, comes outside on the podium and says, I want to thank you all for coming to Leon Valley and showing your support. By the way, you are all under arrest. And he told his officers, said, take him up, take the equipment up, arrest him right there on the spot. And they give you a problem, charge him with felony resisting arrest. And witnesses, round him up. Round him up. He rounded, yeah. And a lot of people got rounded. At least 30, I think 40, maybe 40 people got hemmed up with charges. A lot of fucking fucked up charges as well. But what started it all? Well, it has to do with the fact. Before we go into the singularity as well, why was Savaggio so butthurt and why he arrested a lot of people? Well, let's say it's the fact that at one time there were some auditors up there, well-known auditors. OG2, a Hardy Guardian was an auditor too, not the original one, a Hardy Guardian too. Yeah, Mr. Jonathan Green. He was an auditor before he started sucking dick to fucking Merv and putting meth up his nose and then pimping his wife to fucking pornography and dicks. But anyways, let me not digress on that shit situation. There were some good auditors out there. And there was a couple of live feeds, 600 Freeman, his, News on Houston, Texas Sheepdog, and a few others. Well, yeah, backup camera girls up there too as well. Oh yeah, there was some good. I think Pete camera managers were there. Amanda Bird. So, make a long story short, they were streaming, and somebody that was a big time supporter of the the auditors of Copwatch, and he hated his cop. Hated cops so much because the cops in his country killed his father, and his father had no weapon. He was so angry at the cops. And this guy dug Savaggio's home address, everything, bank statement, social security, where he worked at, what time he gets off, all that shit. Who was this guy? He called himself Richter75, and he lived in Norway. Oh, yeah. See? Here comes the pattern. Why did this shit all start about Savaggio and Leon Valley? And people sit there and say, yeah, it was Texas Sheepdog Jack Miller. And people thinking that it all started because of Mexican Padilla got hemmed up in there. And supposedly Mexican Padilla was with Black Label Copwatch. And Mexican Padilla got hemmed up. He went in there, wanted to get a FOIA request, and they say, nope, you're going in the back. And what Mexican Padilla ended up doing before that, because he was in the back area, he went to the restricted area, and he said, no, I gotta write the film, and he got hemmed up and like that. So Mexican Padilla tried to fight that shit. He got him, and yep, say who knew he was. When Ben was with a couple other people, and so they hemmed up Mexican Padilla. And everybody sitting there say, oh, Jack went there because of Mexican Padilla. I was like, no. Here's the real scoop and the blowdown. You ready for this? to blow down about why Jack ended up getting swatted the next day, because it was an illegal gun sign on the window next to the door. It was not legally presented up at the window of the Leon Valley Police Station. It was 3006 and 3007. Jack went up there, Texas Sheepdog, yeah, he went there with this rubber Glock. He didn't even make it 2 feet past the door. He didn't even make it in middle Texas, usually 3-4 feet from the door. He was on there, he just simply asked for a FOIA request form. That's all. And we all know what happened the next day. Yeah. Leon Valley, so Vaggio raided him, took all his equipment, and they were just trying to do one thing: to shut Jack up. That's exactly what they do. Well, they didn't. Jack was determined to go out there, and he sued the fuck out of Leon Valley. He did. And I remember that court case. There were some videos out there about that court case where he sued the fuck out of it, and especially Vaggio. He wanted Vaggio fired. Well, unfortunately, Vaggio is still in office, which is fucked up, because we know the history of Joseph Vaggio when he was chief in San Antonio. Yeah, he did get fired, but he cost that city over $300,000 in San Antonio. They could have used the money for better, structure, like better traffic, better transit system, and whatnot. So anyway, yeah, the next day, Vaggio was all pissed off. He's like, I'm gonna fight back. And he had such a agenda against Texas Sheepdog, Jack Miller. So they go to his house, and Texas Sheepdog doesn't live in Leon Valley. He lives in Kirby. It's another county over. And people were bitching and moaning, like, why was Jack all kissing out there? Kirby had nothing to do with it. They were professional. They were courteous. It was Leon Valley, and especially Vaggio and his fucking goon. And Vaggio was sitting there mimicking Jack, laughing at him, said, oh, talk some more, Jack. I'll rack up another charge here. And Jack, at one point, you can see on video, he said, shut the fuck up, suck my fucking cock, you fat fucking donut glassing tossing motherfucker, Joseph Vaggio. Oh, keep talking, Jack. Here's another charge here. Oh, yeah. Talk some more. I'll rack another felony on you. All kinds of shit. Yeah. Yeah. And Joe and Jack's like, yeah, well, fuck you and fuck your fucking goons. I'm gonna sue the fucking. Oh, good luck with that, Jack. Well, he did sue, and I think if I can remember correctly, Jack won the case against Vaggio. They got fucked over, and Jack won his case. So this is what you're bringing the highlights of past videos of passing back in the days. Good old days on the 1A side, huh? Yeah. And I did consider myself First Amendment honor and Copwatch when I was known as the original and only community media news, baby, with over 3,000 subscribers. Until pukes like Fellow Mom, Northside, Tage, Wilma Dickfed, Terrence Dicksoff, I Could Be, and GD, and it had a few other cuck bitches took me down. Fucking spring fucks. Anyways, I'm out of here. Mike, y'all. Peace out. Much love, prayers, and blessings.